morning, everyone, and welcome back to the further adventures of the Going On Daily Show. We're the live morning talk show. Hopefully, you're watching us and you're starting your day off right. To my left, I don't know how you're watching, but to me, it's
I
Captain
think I'm to
Ron
your left.
Rigo.
Yeah, well, hey, Ira, it's nice to be here doing a show. I'm a lot healthier than I was last Thursday.
Oh, so no more
that's
coughing.
a bonus. So I might cough here or there. It's not going to be like some mad string of coughing though.
Brought to you by Dayquil.
Yeah, yeah, really, right? I'll tell you, that was a big part of my healing. That and a little bit of whiskey.
Oh my God, that's a bit. Why someone hasn't invented that drink? I'm going to go to the bar. I need to get a good night's sleep, but I need to get wasted as well. Give me like 2 shots of Jameson, a little syrup, and some NyQuil. It's fine.
Yeah, I mean that's a great combination in my book. I don't know.
The Dizzy Dozy. I'm going to make one now. If you're watching, remember, check out our socials also. It's going to put it up there on Facebook. We are at Facebook at RI Broadcasting. If you're watching on Twitch, it's Twitch at RI_broadcasting. For you YouTubers out there, it's YouTube at Rhode Island Broadcasting. And what we really want you to do, it's great that you follow us. It's great that you love the content. We love you. What we really are asking is for you to subscribe, though. So hit that subscribe button. You'll see us every day, or most days, when Ron's not had too many of those NyQuil oozy doozies. And
who knows what's in these cups?
Do that, and then another way to support us is on Patreon. It's Patreon at RI Broadcasting. We got a merch section. What do we got, Ron, in the merch section?
So we have mugs, we have pins, stickers, coasters, pens. I don't have any on me right now. Normally I do, but I am house sitting right now, so I'm somewhere else than where I would normally would be to show you my wonderful mug. So I don't have my normal mug. I got this one that says, "I survived another meeting that should have been an email."
So what you need to do then is, go to the Patreon site, and then you can see everything that Ron is talking about.
Yeah,
right?
And it's only $2 to support the show. $2.
Christmas is coming, and you need stocking stuffers. We all do.
That's right. Oh my God, it would be great to get a nice mug. Be great.
Look at this. See, I got the white beard coming in. Got my Christmas color. I'm like young Santa right now. I'm just waiting. I'm getting chugged in. I'm gonna go to Patreon and I'm gonna order everything. And one-stop shopping. I'm gonna be Amazon. That's it. Or Patreon.
There you go.
That's it.
There you go. No, I mean it keeps all of the hosts happy. I mean, where would I be with this show if it was just me?
Yeah, you'd be talking to yourself.
Yeah, that's not fun. That's not fun.
I don't know. That's where I get the best answers.
We have a great group of hosts, and and we want to keep them. We want to keep them. So.
We do. Let's get on with today's show. It is Tuesday, November 12th, and Ron, you're up.
Oh yeah, this is a great one because Redbox filed for bankruptcy, which is not really Redbox. So Redbox a couple of years ago was bought out. What's the company's name? Chicken Soup for the Soul. Really? Bought out Redbox less than 2 years ago for $375 million.
Jeez.
Big idiots, I'll tell you. Because, everybody knows Blockbuster went away, and it was only a matter of time before Redbox went away because it's all digital.
Yep.
I don't know why this company would spend and extend themselves to $375 million in hopes that it was going to revive. And we all know that that is not a very secure business in rentals because you can just get it on TV at the same price.
But you have to find the right streaming. There is every once in a while where, oh man, I want to see that movie. Let me check to see where it's streaming, and it's not anywhere. So either you go to like a Redbox, or you know somebody who bought it, or you're out of luck.
Right. So here's the problem. So Chicken Soup for the Soul filed for bankruptcy this year.
Oh no.
And so they didn't make it, and I knew they weren't going to make it. But the bigger problem is they didn't dissolve their assets. They kind of just left it.
Uh-oh.
So now
what happens to the boxes?
What?
What happens to the red boxes now?
So here's what's happening. People have been going to the red boxes and putting in their card, getting, a movie to rent.
Right.
But the card readers aren't attached to anything now because the company is gone.
Hold on, I'll be right back. I got to find a red box.
Well, this is what's happening. So they're not getting charged. As soon as somebody found out about it, it's been a mad dash to those red boxes to empty them out.
Yeah, because you don't have to return it either because they can't charge you.
So people are standing there for hours and hours getting all of the movies out of it. And they're not getting charged for it. So it's been free movies. Some places, the red box is on the inside of stores. Yeah. So, the clerks and stuff like that are kicking people out. But
hold on, I'll buy a Snickers right after I get the Santa Claus. Come on.
Right. So now people have begun to go to those stores and say, hey, can I remove the red box? They're not working anymore. And some of the stores are selling them.
Oh, wow.
And, people are snatching up these red boxes everywhere and they're hacking into them and people are getting free movies in the DVDs.
Oh, my God.
I mean, it's crazy that they didn't do anything about liquidating.
Exactly. That's the one thing they could do is let's bring in all the movies and let's sell them at a loss, but at least we'll bring in something.
Because they could have even sold them for $1 a piece or something,
Absolutely.
And people would still buy them.
Remember Columbia House? It's a penny.
Right.
You get 12. Come on, do something.
Yeah. So they didn't do that, and the company is just gone. It's just gone.
Okay,
so it's been a free-for-all at the red boxes.
So I need a truck. Go out, pick up all the red. I'm going to pick up the machine. I'm going to load them with something. I'm going to load them with something and put them out there, and they'll be mine.
Most of those places where they're at, they might sell it for like $100, or even let you take it because they can put something else there.
Oh my God! I seriously am going to have to find a red box after this.
There you go. See,
just talk about Christmas writing itself.
Yeah, idiot company. I mean, they did not run a very good ship.
Well, I mean, there was no way for them to switch to streaming. I don't think we were going to get the Redbox streaming company. So what were they going to do with their physical media? I mean, like you said, sell it off would have been the only thing to do.
Yeah.
I'm surprised the courts, when they went, now we're going to get into court now. I'm surprised when they filed
more cans of worms.
When they filed for bankruptcy, there has to be a list of assets, and the list of assets had to include, by the way, we have these thousands of boxes filled with 100,000 DVDs, which I know DVDs aren't worth much, but it's still an asset.
Well, according to Kenny's story, some of them are. So,
Well, yeah, physical media. I have a friend who his entire apartment is just filled with DVDs. He will not stop buying DVDs. And whenever I go, oh, I can't find that on streaming, he makes fun of everybody. I have it right here. I can watch it whenever I want. I said, but you have to have it. You have to have a DVD player. Something
yeah.
I don't even think I have anymore. Probably
I
my
had
video
one,
game
but it stopped
system.
working.
So I don't even know what they're doing. But like I said, Kenny did a story about cassettes coming back.
Yeah. Cassettes.
There's always been that, like,
albums.
for 10 years now, people love vinyl.
Yeah.
People are watching, now they're paying for old VHS tapes.
Yeah.
I don't understand. I mean, are we going to go back to, I don't need a phone anymore, I have a beeper? I mean, what's happening?
Yeah, I don't go backward.
You're not supposed,
Like,
you're supposed to look backward to look forward.
Like, I don't mind watching like an old Abbott and Costello movie. You know, Abbott and Costello were great. You know, I have no problem watching an older movie. I'm just not going to watch an old movie on a VHS tape because the quality is just not good.
Yeah, exactly. Although there's still glitching, it's just called buffering now. So there's always going to be an issue for everything. It's amazing.
Now we need those hologram movies, right?
I'm waiting for that. That will be amazing when it's like in the middle of the room and you're just sort of watching around it.
Yeah. That'd be pretty neat, actually. I don't know if the quality could ever be there, though, because wouldn't you be able to see through it?
But eventually they will get through that also.
Yeah, eventually.
I mean, did you ever think that we'd be able to do this? You're in Rhode Island, I'm in New York, and we're both there. Crystal clear.
Yeah. Yeah.
I remember showing my mother when she was very sick, and FaceTime was a thing. And we showed her brother from Massachusetts, and she told me and my sister, "Get away, you're lying." Like, we're not lying.
Yeah. My mom was so I can see the kids all the time?
Yes. Don't turn
and
your
then
phone
she
off
started calling them all the time.
You see those commercials for home where they're like, oh, call grandma. And there's grandma.
Yeah.
Now grandma can criticize everything that you do from 2,000 miles away. Isn't that wonderful?
Exactly. That's funny. That's great.
There are certain things that should stay where they are. And I have a story of something that I kind of wish stayed where it was. We've all seen movies. We'll keep on the movie theme. We've all seen movies where the research animals are being tortured, or the research animal, we use them to test serums for diseases, and for makeup companies use them. Well, I have a story about 43 monkeys that escaped a research facility in South Carolina.
That is
which, when you hear that, you automatically go, and there's the beginning of the end of the world. You know, they're going to bite everybody. We all get sick. Planet of the Apes is here. We're done.
Yeah, I was actually going to name the show Escape from the Planet of the Apes.
Escape from the Going On Daily.
So I thought about that. I clearly thought about it.
Well, obviously, you have a picture of a nice little monkey between us. So.
Yup. Making his break on the rope.
Now, monkeys, as we know, are really smart.
Yes.
And we've had animals that can figure out how to undo locks and things like that. No such luck here. It happened because an employee just forgot to lock the enclosure. Carl, did you forget to do something? In the background, the monkey's going nuts. It's like, oh yeah, I forgot to close the door. Yeah. Thank God. I'd like to know what other animals that they forgot to lock
Now,
the door.
I could picture this one monkey just happens to go up to the door and kind of leans on it, and it opens up, and then it just turns and looks at all the others and just like, yeah, let's go, boys.
Let's go. The company,
right out on the town.
Oh, this company, by the way, this kind of makes me a little sad too. But this company breeds and uses thousands of monkeys for biomedical testing and bioresearch services. I mean, it's kind of sad, but if you're saving hundreds and thousands of people for doing it, you know, we always kind of make the trade-off. But we haven't cured cancer yet, so I don't know if you should be using the monkeys. The company is called Alpha Genesis, and they are working to recapture. These are macaques, you know, the little macaques. See him? I think was Marcel one on Friends. No, that was a marsupial. Marsupial. Damn, I don't remember now. There goes my brain.
Yeah, I know what you were talking about.
Each of these are about the size of a cat. So, you know, about yay big.
Yeah.
And so far they've caught 25 of them, and they want you to know that they pose no threat to the public. They do not have any infectious diseases. However, I know from watching enough TV that one of those suckers can go ape on your face, and there you go. They don't need a disease. They can just scratch the hell out of you.
Yeah, pretty much. But those are also famous last words in like the movie Outbreak.
Yes.
They pose no threat.
But the person telling you that is over a video screen or wearing a full suit of hazmat.
Yeah, exactly. So we know better.
Now, here's the interesting part. Now that they've escaped, what do you think of this? There are laws to protect wild animals. Who do those monkeys belong to?
Well, that is a tough one. I
mean, there's a law.
Do they have papers on all of those monkeys?
Yes, the monkeys are carrying the papers. We have papers for you. Yes, we're fine.
I'm talking about ownership papers or anything like that. I don't know. That's a fine line, right?
It is. There is a statute for this, though, a legal statute. Again, we're going back to court for some reason. Monkeys in court. Now, there's a show I would watch. Let's see. Wild animals, if they go out into the wild, if they escape and they go out into the wild and can survive in the wild, then they are free. They are their own. You cannot recapture them and say, well, that was mine. I have to bring them in. And in South Carolina, there happens to be a free-roaming rhesus macaque colony. I wonder that's what they went to get them in the first place. And it's called Monkey Island. So the remaining monkeys, if they find their way to Monkey Island, they're home free.
Wow.
Shouldn't that be like one of those movies where like the dog and the cat travel, you know, they travel 3,000 miles to find their owners in a new state. You can see like the monkeys just like, no, we have to find Monkey Island before we die. For the good of the species. For the macaques.
Oh, that's great. So South Carolina has the laws for them to be okay. Is that where this company is located, in South Carolina?
In South Carolina. But
so these monkeys have a shot.
It's a national law because I have it. It came apart. Here it is. There was a court case arguing that Happy the elephant living in the Bronx Zoo was a legal person entitled to freedom because he wasn't happy.
What?
Yes, so if you're holding an animal and for some way they get out, then legally, there you go. It's all over the country, apparently.
So then really it's going to be up to animal right activists to make sure that happens.
Oh, yes.
Because they're going to try to
there.
capture them anyway, and they've already captured a bunch.
Yep, there is a protection group called Stop Animal Exploitation Now, SAE, Sean. Oh my God, it's Sean. So Sean is trying to protect the monkeys. It'll work somehow.
Sean. Oh.
I wonder if
All
Sean
right.
was the one who let them out in the first place.
So they have a shot.
They have a shot.
And that's all that you could ask for, right? If you have a chance, I mean, you could. That's what you gotta. That's what you need, right? It would be nice that they stay hidden. I mean, the longer it goes, the chances are they're not going to catch them.
And again, there's always been the case of, well, if an animal, and I don't know if these were raised in captivity. I mean, they could have been born there for all I know. How do they transfer to the wild? In other words, I'm used to being fed twice a day, and now I have to catch something? You know?
Well, you're in South Carolina, so there are fruit on trees.
There you go. Maybe that's what they do on Monkey Island. They just grow trees.
Maybe
they drink oozy-doozies, they pass out, and there you go.
I mean, they can eat bugs. I mean, I would think that they can eat worms. I mean, if people can eat worms, then why not, right?
We've seen The Lion King. Timon and Pumbaa were on grubs and worms, so they could do that. But I'm wondering how far this law goes. Do you have a dog or a cat?
No, not anymore.
Okay, I have my pup back there. So if my gate, I accidentally left my gate open, which is what happened with the monkeys, and my dog runs away, is somebody able to go, oh, my dog now
is free. It's free.
Look, I found a free dog. I don't. Now I have to make sure that gate is locked.
Yeah, but see, with a dog, it's a little different because, they'll have that moment, I'm free, but they're always going to want to go back home to their owner.
I hope so.
Because of the, I mean, they care. So they'll go back home.
Yeah, I did have that one time.
Not if it's mistreated. If it's mistreated, it ain't coming back.
I did have that one time where my dog was chasing a cat, the leash broke, and just took off down the road. And I went, oh God, okay, now I got to get in my car and I got to, look around and scream, and my head's going in 5 different directions. And as soon as I get to my driveway, up walks my dog looking at me like, how could you? I swear, she gave me a, you let go
because she thought you were leaving.
I didn't leave her. She left me.
I know, but that's not what's going through their minds. It's like, I'm going for 2 seconds and now you're leaving?
Who is going to feed me? You just don't care. I'm going inside and I'm not talking to you for the rest of the day.
That's hilarious.
I will not bark at you anymore. No. Okay, so that would be me finding it. You have a story of an ATM being found.
Oh, yeah. No, the ATM isn't found.
Oh.
It's an ATM finds.
Explain, please.
Okay, so this man, Jay Heron from Mobile, Alabama.
Okay.
He went to withdraw $60 out of the ATM. The $60 comes out, and he notices that these were uncirculated notes in mint condition, and the serial numbers was 588888885, and then it's 6, and then 7.
Okay.
So he's like, whoa, I just got a palindromic.
Palindrome.
Is that super radar note? That's what they call these special, that people are looking for. Because it was the 5, all the 8s, and then another 5.
Right, palindrome, yeah.
So then he thought, well, the next one has to be the 8, so 7 eights in a row, which is also another super radar note. So he got $20 more, and that was the 5 and then 7 eights. So he found two bills that are worth $150 to $500 that people would probably pay out of the ATM, and he's sitting on them now. And he posted this in Reddit, and people were going crazy, like wanting
Really?
it. And what he found was amazing, because you don't see, that many numbers in a row. I mean, a 5 and then 7 eights, and then the palindrome. That's pretty special, and a lot of collectors are
Huh?
looking for those. So he found that in mint condition coming out of the ATM.
I gotta be honest. Have you ever looked at a serial number on a bill?
I always do.
Really? Are you looking for this?
No, I'm looking for a good poker hand. So when you go up to somebody, hey, I bet you my bill can beat your bill in
Oh,
poker.
I've heard that game. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
don't
I
think I've
always
ever
look at
played that.
serial numbers.
So now he's keeping that $60.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be worth more. So now he had to take out another $60.
Well, he still had the $40, So he kept the two bills that were special.
Yeah.
And the other two he used, I'm guessing, because they weren't special.
So do you take the lucky one? No, you can't sell it. I was going to say you buy lottery tickets because it's already lucky, but.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm sure. Well, he's sitting on those two bills currently. He may decide to sell it. I think he's going to hold out until he gets an offer, maybe of 1,000 or something. I think that's what he's going to try to do.
What? Somebody actually will pay for that?
per bill. So he can get 500 for him easily.
Oh my God!
He'd make $1,000 out of $40.
Now I have to start checking all of my bills, whatever. By the way, whoever gets bills, I use my debit card 99 times out of 100.
Yeah, I do as well.
So oh my God. So
you never know what you find anywhere. It could be anywhere.
Well, I find that with coins. If you ever look at a coin and go, that doesn't look right. Maybe there's something to this. And then you don't care because you get hungry and you put it in a gumball machine, No, that nickel was worth how much,
So those bills are worth anywhere from $150 to $500.
I can't believe it. So if I find anything with a sequel, okay, what are people looking for? Because everybody out there is now going to be looking.
You're looking for a bill that has like 7 of the same number.
7 of the same number. It doesn't matter. 0s, 1s, through 9s.
Right. And the palindrome. So one that has the starting number and the ending number the same, and all the ones in the middle are all the same.
I can see people now like screaming. I'm like, what do you mean you spent $5 before I got to look at the bill? You could have Junior could have went to college,
Yeah.
Oh my God. Now I seriously have to start looking.
They were legit bills. Yes, they were legit bills, Becky. They were from a bank ATM, and they were in mint condition as well. And they've never been circulated before.
Does that matter?
What?
Does that matter that it was in mint condition?
Oh, well, it matters for the higher end.
Yeah.
If you want the high end value of it, then yes. The low end, if it wasn't in such great condition, it would probably be $150, but they were mint. So
it's like a comic book or a baseball card where it's the edging matters and all that stuff.
Yeah. So it was totally legit, and the guy's going to make some money off of that. That's pretty good.
I can't believe that.
Yep.
Is there anything that you collect that's odd that you think is going to bring in some money?
Nothing odd. I do collect like trading cards and stuff like that. Like I used to collect albums and stuff like music and stuff like that too, but you know, a house collapsing on them didn't quite keep them.
Ooh, sorry.
Yeah.
I started collecting baseball cards. Well, I started in the 80s, but I had cousins who would be like, here, take these. So I have cards from the 70s, some even late 60s,
Yeah.
before I was even born. And one day, I always put them in a plastic container, never touched them, never did anything. I was talking with a neighbor of mine who does this for a living. He goes, give me your collection. I will price it out. So I gave him about, I don't know, 2,000 cards. Out of the 2,000 cards, he goes, see this card? This is worth $50 easy. I went, oh my God, that's great. What about the rest? He goes, you won't even get $20 for the rest of the set. And I went, so I've been collecting these, sitting there up in an attic, and I have one card that is worth something.
Yeah, I have
That's
quite a
like doing
few.
that with these bills. It's such a crapshoot.
Yeah. It is. So, anytime you collect something, in order for there to be a value, other people have to be collecting these things.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you're collecting mugs, you got to find the people that collect mugs to see the value. And because people will collect anything,
Yeah.
you know? So you just got to find those people, and that's where the value is. If you don't find anybody, then it has no value.
That's where I lose the interest. The collecting is the easy part. Actually doing the work and putting it out there and negotiating with people. Oh my God. I told
Yeah.
Becky, I think on the first show when we were talking about hockey, I have a personally signed and authenticated Wayne Gretzky hockey stick.
That's
And
nice.
I know what it's supposedly worth, but again, I walk into like one of these sports memorabilia places and they go, no, we don't buy, we sell. And I say, well, then how do I sell it? And they all look at me and they go, just find somebody who thinks it's worth something.
Yeah.
That's where I lose steam. I got to go online, take pictures, and there I go.
It's really not that hard anymore. With social media, it's very easy.
I remember selling a car and you had people coming over to the house. I don't want to do that anymore. I'm done.
I mean, a Wayne Gretzky autograph stick is pretty good.
I agree, but I have something that may be worth more than my stick if you have one, and I don't think you're going to have one because they took them off the shelves.
Well, talking about that stick,
Mm-hmm.
Wayne Gretzky signed hockey stick, you can get them on eBay for $2,000.
Oh, I've seen up to 5. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you said, depending upon who has it.
Yep.
Now, let me ask you a question. Do you collect dolls?
No.
But maybe you should.
I should.
And I will tell you about this one, which is going to be a big collector's edition.
Nice segue. I like the segue.
Thank you. As you know...
That was wicked good, by the way.
Hey, there we go. As you know, the movie Wicked is coming out November 22nd. It's based on the long-running Broadway play. And how, of course, do you make your money back? In merch. By the way, go to our Patreon, get some merch. You never know. It could be worth a lot more in the future. Try it.
Yeah.
But
I'll even autograph it for you if you want.
We'll all autograph it. We'll send it around. Everybody will autograph it. Yeah, see?
How much would you pay for one of those?
So they created these 11-inch dolls, which they do out of the main characters, which is Elphaba and Glinda, the witches in the movie. And everything was great. They're going to make these big displays and sell them so that all the kids will want them for Christmas. So on the packaging, they wanted you to go to wickedmovie.com so that you could go in there and you get some information and they direct you right to their site and it's going to be great. But there was a misprint on all of these boxes. No matter how much quality control, somebody missed that they didn't put wickedmovie.com. What they put was wicked.com. And you say, okay, what's the big deal? Well, wicked.com is a well-known porn website. So, you give this to little Susie to play with, and she goes, I'm going to go online to wicked.com. Mommy, this is disgusting. What the hell is this? You might find two witches doing stuff there, but I don't think it's what you're thinking. So right now, though, they took everything off the shelves. If you go to like a Target or a Walmart, they are no longer there because they have to repackage all of them. But some people did buy them. And the people who have bought them already, well, the resale market's going up and up and up. It's a few $100s right now if you have one of the ones with the wicked.com instead of wickedmovie.com.
Oh, really? The value is climbing?
Of course. Look, don't they have the I have the Star Wars figure and Boba Fett's shooter is green instead of blue. I mean, they have these things. Any kind of misprint.
I mean, you got to think that whoever's printed this stuff are getting sued, and they're going to probably end up going out of business.
Well, that depends. I mean, look, if you, I'm just thinking. I'm going back to my experience.
That's a big mistake for dolls. You're selling them to little kids.
Well, if I'm thinking like when my daughter was younger, a lot younger, and give her a Barbie or something, she would just rip open the packaging so no one would even notice. And I'm thinking that's what happened with most.
To go to the website. They're telling you to do it.
Hold on, sweetie. I'll check out the website for you. Make sure it's okay. You don't need to go. I'll go. But if you think about it, Disney has kind of been
here comes the conspiracy theories.
I mean, Disney is not as straight-laced as you think. Bambi, that's a stripper name, right? They took this little innocent deer and strippers commandeer the name.
Well,
go ahead.
Yeah.
Snow White, just slang for cocaine. So Disney is kind of in there.
Put your tinfoil hats on, boys. That's what Mickey says.
If you put in, I bet you if you go to Wicked and you put in the name Elsa from Frozen, you'll probably find a different Elsa. You'll find a different Frozen bitch.
Yeah, probably, I guess.
But oh my God, I can't believe
they turn everything into porn.
Oh well, I'm sure they do. But what I'm really wondering about this is Mattel. This is one of the billion-dollar toy companies in the world. Can you imagine how many levels of checks this had to go through? And not one part, even the person who designed it, who went, okay, wickedmovie.com. And at some point, just, Carl in the mailroom who let all these monkeys out, the incompetents, comes out and just says, okay, wicked.com. Becky's chiming in. Snow White was 1934. I very much doubt cocaine was called Snow White. Well, we've taken the name and we've changed it. I don't think they named it after that, but they certainly are calling it that now. Hold on. Not that I do coke. I don't.
It's a snowstorm coming in.
So, I mean, the incompetence... What, Ron? Now you put in all the little bells and whistles onto the show, right?
Yeah.
Do you check everything?
Generally, yes. Sometimes it does slip past me, though.
Do you think something like that would ever slip past you?
I'm not sure something like that would slip past me.
It's like Ron puts up, going on daily, and it comes out a different way, and you end up at a different site.
Well, you do know why I named it Going On Daily, right?
Go.
Look at the initials.
Say again.
Look at the initials to Going On Daily.
God.
Yeah. I thought it was funny. So I was like, yeah, I got to go with that. So everything is like all my graphics, they're all named God host, God this, God that.
You know what? I need a new business card that says God co-host now. Absolutely.
See? There you go.
Oh
No,
my
I
God.
mean, but I mean, I can see something slipping by, something that big.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that they should know exactly, because just Wicked alone, I mean, you could run into some problems with just that.
You always
And
have to
obviously
check.
it did.
What I'm wondering is the guy who should be fired. There has to be somebody who's going to take, the fall for all this. There has to be a scapegoat. Is the one person who I'm guessing that when you got the prototype, the one of one, before they go into mass production, and he just went, I'm eating lunch. Yeah, looks fine. Go. That guy's gone.
Oh yeah, somebody got fired for sure. Because when you are discussing this prototype in the group of all these bigwigs, you're gonna say, "Oh, and we have the website wicked.com," and you're telling me that all these people did not understand that
Nobody
that's not
checked.
their website?
Nobody checked. Well, here's a spoiler for Thursday where I'll be on with Becky. You should see Cardi B's ad. Speaking of things that slipped by, I get that. And she's going to talk about it on Thursday. So apparently I'll be ready for that. I'll bring my bucket and my mop. So
There we go. Always when you get stories from Becky, she's thorough. we'll just say that. And when we start talking about some of these theories and stuff, it's interesting. It is interesting. I mean, we've talked about
absolutely.
Garth, we've talked about Diddy, we've talked about so many different people. It's awesome. It's awesome.
Oh, I think Becky's awesome. So,
So
I think you are as well.
Can't wait.
As a matter of fact, now we talked about Wicked, but that's not the only movie coming out. Ron, you got something about the box office coming out.
So it's box office time. Haven't done this in a couple of weeks. So I figured I'd give people an update on what's happening in the theaters. And it was a pretty lousy week for movies.
Yeah.
First of all, Venom: The Last Dance took the top spot again. But it only made 16 million this week.
It's a little weak.
Which, it's in its fourth week? Third, I think.
Third, I believe.
And it's now number 10 worldwide this year, $393.9 million. So it's doing well.
Yeah.
It's making money. That's the important thing, right? For these movies to make money. Number 2 for the week, here in the domestic, best Christmas pageant ever. But after the last couple of days added onto it, it actually slipped to number 3. So it made 10.7 million as first week. And Heretic, in its first week, made 11 million. So it was, even though they said best Christmas pageant was number 2, it really wasn't. So
do you have just curious, do you have Terrifier 3? Is that anywhere in the top 10 still?
it is number 10, $1.5 million this week. Not very good, but it still was good enough for number 10. It is number 38 worldwide this year.
As a matter of fact, if you don't
78.26.
mind,
What was
if you
that?
don't mind, I have a little bit of a shameless plug because we had one of the members of the film crew on Terrifier 3 on my podcast, the Circling the Drain podcast. So if you
Yeah.
go on, go look it up and you can hear a little bit of a background on Terrifier 3.
I hear it was pretty good.
Ooh, well, I mean, you gotta love those types of movies.
Yeah, that's just it. It's like I know I've heard it was good, but those are really true horror film lovers. I'm not a big horror fan because most of them aren't good. But I might give this one a shot and check it out. I might give this one a
Well,
shot.
if you do, bring a barf bag because that's what they're aiming to. This is not as much horror as it is gore.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Now that makes me want to see it more. For the
Okay.
gore.
Let's bring more people to see Terrifier. What else you
Yeah,
got on the list?
so Wild Robot fell from number 2 to number 4,
I want to see that
making
so bad.
$6.5 million.
I want to see that.
You don't want to?
I do.
Oh.
It looks amazing. I mean, the story is a little simplistic. AI
Yeah.
computer learns to love and take care of everybody, but
Yeah.
it really looks amazing.
Well, it's made $292.2 million this year worldwide for number 14. There's a lot of animated movies that have done well this year.
Oh yes.
So, I mean, when you start looking at like Despicable Me 4 is the number 3 movie worldwide.
Really?
Yeah, just made under $1 billion. It's like $963 million it made worldwide. So it did really well. And of course, Inside Out 2 is the top grossing of the year, still at like $1.6 billion.
I just saw that with my daughter. We both loved it.
It's fantastic. It's a fantastic movie. And to think that 1.6 billion doesn't even count like streaming rentals and stuff like that. So
absolutely.
I'm
and
sure
merch
it's doing great.
It's gonna blow it out. But this is the time of year where they send out stuff that they're not really sure of because Thanksgiving's coming and Christmas is coming and all those blockbusters are coming out.
Yeah. So of course, it goes beyond summer as well now. I mean, summer is the blockbuster season, but this is the season where they put out big, huge movies as well for Christmas. So it's going to be log jammed again this Christmas year, and I'll probably maybe Saturday, me and Kenny, when we do the show, I'll probably do something for the upcoming movies, I think, and so that way people can plan their holiday season going to the movies as well.
Yeah,
because I like going to the movies like Christmas Day. I love it. So, I want to know what I got to see for the rest of the year. And I'll come up with like 10 movies that must see for the rest of the way.
Nice.
So,
but like you said, it's holiday time.
Yes.
And
yes. Oh, yeah. And that Christmas movie, I mean, who knows? Maybe it could do better in the second week. You never know, because
absolutely.
If it can hang around till Thanksgiving, it might do well for Thanksgiving. I think they released it a little too early. But that's probably because there's a lot of big ones coming.
Yeah, you got to remember, it's like, do I want to go up against The Rock? Do I want to go up against this movie that's supposed to be? No, I'll play.
Well, there's going to be some good ones coming too.
Oh, absolutely. I've seen a lot of a lot of what's coming out for the holiday season. And
Sonic 3.
Speaking of the holiday season, it's that time, and I can't even believe it because we just finished Halloween. We just finished it. But it seems like we're head first already into Christmas. And the White House Christmas tree, they've already chosen it. And it came from North Carolina, an area hit by Hurricane Helene. But they traveled to, I want to give them credit, Cartner's Christmas Tree Farm. And the White House tree is a 20-foot tall Fraser fir. So
that's all?
20. That's what I thought, but I'm like, I don't know, 20. I don't have a 20-foot tree. Mine's gonna be 6 feet, you know.
Yeah, but 20 feet. I would like. Isn't the one in Rockefeller like 50?
Oh, don't worry, I'm getting to that too.
Oh, we got all of them. All right,
I got the whole thing about trees.
Let's go.
Kantner hopes their tree will be a symbol for resilience and resourcefulness for the people who had a sense of community during their giving time of Hurricane Helene. So that's nice. By the way, little trivia, North Carolina is the second largest Christmas tree producing state. Can you name number one?
Christmas trees, right?
Play the Jeopardy music while you're thinking.
I'm going to say Alaska.
Incorrect. It is. Do you want another chance or just
Well, my second thought was Washington.
You're very close. It's Oregon.
Ah.
We get more live Christmas trees there. Now, you mentioned the Rockefeller tree, the Rockefeller Center Christmas tree. It just arrived. You said 50 foot?
Yeah.
What do you want, a dwarf tree? This is 74 feet tall, 11 tons. It's a Norway spruce. It's from Massachusetts.
Yes.
And they use 5 miles of lights for 50,000 multicolored bulbs.
5 miles of lights?
I'm sorry?
5 miles?
5 miles of wrapped around lights.
Wow. Holy mackerel.
Again, it's 74 feet tall.
Imagine the electric bill.
I think they can cover this. It has a Swarovski crown of crystals, adorning it with 3 million other crystals.
Now,
and the tree lighting is
going to try to steal this thing?
I you know, as someone who has been down there quite a few times, I've noticed a few policemen, just a few. So, are you thinking of just throwing it in the back of your SUV and tying it down?
It's not the cost for just the tree and all this stuff and the electric. You got to pay those police officers to guard a tree.
Yep.
What is wrong with this planet?
It's a fun time. You know, it's something you have to do. You go down, you take your picture, and then all the characters dressed as SpongeBob and Elsa come up to you, beg for a picture, and you got to get away.
SpongeBob?
Yeah, it's always down there. Anyway, the tree lighting is scheduled for December 4th. Now, I have a question, though. I found a survey from the American Christmas Tree Association. They exist, apparently. And they say this year, Americans will have 77% of Americans will have a fake tree. So is it time that the White House and Rockefeller Center have a giant fake tree? Well, you don't have to cut anything down. You just walk in like an umbrella, put it up, and it's good every year.
I don't care what they do in the White House, but Rockefeller Center needs a live tree.
I don't know, those 74-footers, they don't grow on trees. Oh, God, that was bad. Sorry. My dog didn't even like that one.
Speaking of trees, some little guy is barking.
Yep. She wants to go out to the tree. But what? Do you have a real tree? Do you have a real tree, a fake tree?
I don't think I've ever put up a fake tree.
Good. My daughter.
This year, I may or may not put up a tree.
Ooh. Why not?
I don't know.
It's Christmas. Gotta
Yeah,
put up a tree.
bah hubbub. No, I probably will put up a little tree because I don't want to bring up a tree that's 6 foot up a flight of steps. That ain't happening.
Oh, okay. There you go.
See, I did have a place where I didn't have to walk upstairs. Now I do. I'm not carrying a tree up there. So if I get a real tree, it's going to be like a little 2-footer.
Well, then maybe you should be one of the 77% who just gets a fake tree.
Yeah, no,
you know what it's going to be like every year.
That's why I'm saying if I don't get a real tree, I'm not going to have a tree.
But you can get that little pine scent and just spray it, and it'll smell just like a real tree.
No.
God.
No.
I don't blame you for that.
No. I can see myself getting a little itty bitty tree. Sort of like this one right here.
Oh, you're going to go for the Charlie Brown branch.
Yeah, I like that.
Aw, that's kind of sweet.
It's one of the best Christmas movies, well, shows or whatever. Is it a movie?
It's a movie, yeah. Well,
I don't know.
Like a TV special, I guess, would be. Are you going to make you have to do like a top 5 list now of like, you have to make a top 10 probably, because there are so many.
What, TV specials?
Christmas TV specials. I mean, with Rudolph and Santa and Frosty, and there's just, it goes on and on and on.
Yeah. You ever like those, like the sequels to those?
No.
Like Baby New Year?
Oh, well, Baby New Year was
it Rudolph?
Well, with Rudolph, yeah.
Something like that. I don't know.
Oh, please. If I mention to you Heat Miser and Snow Miser.
Oh, that's the best one. The best one right there.
Oh, Becky said she already did the list. Ooh.
Well, we'll see if it passes inspection.
see, Becky, you did a Becky list, but we need a top 5 list from Ron, though. I mean, isn't that how that goes?
So, it's like I spent a lot of time, watching a lot of those, and there's nothing like the classics. When they start making these new ones and stuff like that, it's not the same. It's not the same. My memory is
but
poor.
That's nostalgia.
Wow.
I mean, if you have a kid on there, if you have a kid who's watching it and you're going to show them, like Frosty versus what they can do now with animation, that kid's going to go right for the new, but because we remember it as kids.
She's saying she did the Entertainment Weekly list. Was I on the show?
I know I wasn't. Boy, that was early for Christmas then.
Because it's a year without a Santa Claus is number 1 by far. It's not even close.
Oh, I remember that one. Yeah.
I mean,
without a Santa. And they always had Pearl Eyes
the Heat Miser and Snow Miser. Last week? Wait, what?
She didn't do that with me. I know that. We have controversy on the Going On Daily Show.
Wow, I don't even remember.
Well, maybe I do
have a poor memory.
Oh, you love Heat Miser? Who doesn't love Heat Miser and Cold Miser?
Yeah, they're the best, right? So, all right, I'll take her word for it. So, I guess I don't remember doing it. That's pretty funny. I'm on air almost every day, it seems. So it's like
I don't remember what was
there's gonna be overlap.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm still trying to figure out getting time to finish my top 100 songs of all time. I got to get the top 50 done.
Ooh. Well,
and I haven't done it.
We do look forward to that, but our time is short now.
Oh, okay. Now I remember, because Die Hard is a Christmas movie. But we were just doing movies and
Diehard's a
And I
Christmas
think it
movie.
ballooned into the TV thing, and that's what happened. I remember now. I remember now, Becky. Yes. And that was a great list. It was a great. She got it really well on that list. There was some that could have been a different order, but it was a good list. It was a good list. Yep. I remember now.
I wonder how many
It wasn't
variations
on the show.
how many variations of Scrooge are on there, because they
Oh,
have
it was just Bill Murray's.
so many. Oh, it's just Bill Murray. It was Scrooge.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Yep.
we're gonna find out what's going on Thursday. There's no show tomorrow, but on Thursday, Becky and myself.
Wow, is that
will
it
be
already?
on.
We're done?
We are. Well, if you want to go more, we could find more to talk about.
Holy crap, that went by fast.
It's an hour.
I know, but it didn't seem like it.
That's how you start your day. You get on with us, going on daily morning talk show. You have some fun. The hour's gone by, and you go, well, I have the rest of the day to make it wonderful. So
You
thank
know,
you for watching.
I finally did the ending, the closing song. I added you on there. I finally got you on there.
Yay!
Took a while because I had to like redo the whole thing. Apparently, it was not right, so I had to redo it.
Oh, I'm not right all the time, so
you are added on there.
Yes.
So now we just need to we need to get, Susan back in this. Hopefully her family issues are being, solved, and
Good thoughts.
so we want her to come back. We need Chanel to come back. They're going to be gone at least until next week. So
I look forward to chatting it up with different hosts.
Yeah, Chanel's from UK. You'll love her. So Susan, she's only been on with me, if I'm not mistaken. I don't.
She was on with Becky once.
See, now I'm second guessing my brain, right? Second guessing. So I'm just going to shut up and not say anything else.
Well, like I said, thank you for watching, and make a great day. Have a good one, Go.
Oh,
Bye.
Absolutely. Have a good one, everybody.